Welcome to your stretch to reset yoga flow. When you're ready, let's come into a seated position, placing one hand on your head and the opposite arm long. Take a breath. As you exhale, let's gently tilt your head over to your shoulder until you feel a gentle pull down the side of your neck. Continue to breathe to help release tension in your neck. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a stretch, tilting your head an inch forwards and then back to help iron out any knots in your neck. Continuing to breathe and just moving as gently and slowly as you can. When you're ready, let's bring your hand back down towards the mat and circle your head down and around over to the other side, placing your hand on your head and the opposite arm long. Holding here to feel a stretch on the other side. And if you'd like to take the variation of this stretch, let's begin to tilt your head forward an inch and then back, just to further ease throughout those knots in your neck. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, let's release your hand back down to the mat and circle your head back and around over to the other side and continue that stretch one more time on each side. Moving at your own pace and just connecting with the breath and only moving how you feel comfortable today. When you're ready, let's return back to center and bring the soles of your feet together in front of you, creating a triangle shape with your legs. As you exhale, let's bend from the hips and bring the forehead as close to your feet as you can at this time. Resting here to feel a release in your inner thighs and your hips. Take 3 more breaths. On your last exhale, let's lengthen through the arms forward to deepen the stretch in your legs. When you're ready, let's walk your hands over to the left side and hold here while keeping your hips planted on the mat. Walk your hands back to center for a breath and then bring your hands over to the left side and hold here. Breathing into the belly. On your last exhale, let's walk your hands back to center and lift all the way up. Bring your left leg in and extend through the right leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's windmill your right arm up overhead and lengthen your left arm to reach as far up towards your toes as you can. Continue to breathe into your belly as we stretch through the arms, the torso, and gain a deeper stretch through the back of your left leg. Take 2 more breaths. As you exhale, let's circle your arms up and around in front of your right thigh, lengthening your left leg long, coming in to a pigeon. Let's breathe here to open up through the glutes and the thighs. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, let's walk our hands forward and allow our upper body to melt over our right leg. Take 2 more breaths. On your last exhale, let's walk your hands back to center and bring your right foot on the outside of your left thigh. Bring your left elbow pressing on the outside of your right knee. Bring your right hand behind you as far back as you can reach. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, turn your gaze to face towards your right hand and hold here in a twist. Just stretch through the spine, the glutes, and the thighs. Finding stillness here and coming back to the breath. Let's bring the gaze back to center and unwind your legs. This time, let's bring the left leg in and lengthen through your right leg. Plant your sit bones into the mat. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, let's circle your left arm up overhead. If you'd like to bring your left hand to meet your right hand, just to deepen the stretch in your right leg, Take 2 more breaths in your variation. When you're ready, let's circle both of your arms up and over in front of your left thigh, lengthening your back leg long and just resting here, connecting back to your breath. If you'd like to deepen the stretch in your glutes and your thighs, let's walk the hands forward and melt your upper body over your leg. Taking 2 more breaths in the variation that feels comfortable for you. When you're ready, let's walk your hands back to center. And this time, let's bring your left foot on the outside of your right thigh. Bring your right elbow to gently press on the outside of your right knee. And bring your left hand behind you as far back from your hips as you can. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's slowly turn your gaze to face towards your left hand and hold here. Take 3 more breaths in your stretch. As you exhale, let's unwind your upper body and your legs and come into a 4-point kneel on your mat. Placing your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Begin to inhale and bring the gaze to look up towards the sky, creating a smile line with your back. And as you exhale, let's round through the back and tuck the chin between the arms to create a rainbow shape with your spine. Continue to move in this rhythm, inhaling to arch through the back and exhaling to round through the back, allowing the breath and the movement to open up through your back and release any tension. Continuing to breathe, and if you feel comfortable, as you exhale, round the body forward an inch, and then on an inhale, bring the hips back to your heels. Exhaling to round forward an inch, and then inhaling, bringing the hips back just an inch. Continue to allow the breath to guide the movement as you move with how you feel comfortable. On your last breath, let's bring the hips back to the heels, open the knees out wide, lengthen through the arms, and allow your upper body to soften into the mat. Closing down the eyes and begin to connect with your breath, finding stillness and just relaxing here, allowing the muscles in the face and the jaw to release as you connect back to your breath. Take 2 more breaths. And as you exhale, let's press into the hands and round through the back. Lengthen the legs long and bring the gaze to look up towards the sky, coming into an upward facing dog. Stretching through the torso and the lower back. On an exhale, come up high on the toes and send the hips up towards the sky into a downward dog. Holding here to stretch through the muscles in the back of your legs. If you like, bending through the right knee and straightening through the left to deeply release through the back of your left leg. When you're ready, let's switch sides, straightening through the right leg and bending through your left leg. Plant both of your heels as far into the mat as you feel comfortable. Inhale to lift through the left leg, and as you exhale, let's bring the left leg towards the front of your mat. Turning your right toes towards the side of the mat and straightening through the knees. Bring your left hand on the inside of your left foot. As you exhale, let's open up through the chest and bring your right arm up towards the sky, coming into a triangle. Feeling a stretch down the back of your legs and through the chest. As you exhale, let's bring your right hand down to the mat and walk your hands to the center of your hips. Bring both toes to face towards the side of your mat and hold here in a wide-legged forward fold. Maybe alternating between bending through the knees to floss through the muscles in your legs. When you feel ready, let's walk your hands over to your right leg, planting your right hand in the inside of your right foot. Exhale to reach your left arm up to open up through the chest and stretch through your legs. On an exhale, let's lower your hands back down towards the mat and bring your right foot to meet your left leg. Clasping your elbows with your hands and gently moving with the wind to one side and then the other. As you sway to the right, let's straighten through your right leg and bend through the left. And as you sway to the left, let's bend through the right leg and straighten through the left. Connecting to your breath as you slowly move in this rhythm, releasing any last tension from your legs and your shoulders. When you feel ready, let's release your hands to the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's bring your hands to your knees, coming into a halfway lift. And then exhale to release. On an exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, begin to roll all the way up until the crown of your head is reaching up towards the sky. Circle your arms up overhead, clasping the palms in prayer position at the top, and then gently tilt your upper body back, stretching through the torso and lengthening the body long. Return back to center, and as you exhale, let's tuck from the chin, upper back, mid back, and lower back until your hands reach the mat. Bring your toes on a 45-degree angle, palms in prayer position, and your elbows gently pressing against the knees to come in to a yogi squat. Hold here to open up through the thighs. Take 2 more breaths. Plant your sit bones into the mat and bend through the knees. Lengthen your arms long, and on an exhale, let's tuck from the hips, mid back, and lower back until your entire upper body is resting on the mat. Bring your knees into your chest and wrap your arms around your shins like a bow, giving yourself a big hug. Release your right leg long and bring your right hand on the outside of your left knee. On an exhale, let's bring your left leg across your body and your gaze towards the opposite direction, coming in to a supine twist. Resting here and connecting back to your breath and releasing any last tension from your entire body. Return back to center and bring your left foot across your right knee, interlacing your hands behind your right leg, and gently bring your legs as close into your chest as you can, stretching through the glutes and the hips. If you'd like to deepen this stretch, flex through both feet and begin to rock your body an inch towards one side and then the other. When you're ready, let's lengthen through your left leg and bend through the right, bringing your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Bring your right hand into a cactus shape. On an exhale, let's turn the right leg over to the left side and bring your gaze in the opposite direction. Resting here for 3 breaths. As you exhale, let's bring your right leg across your left knee, flexing through the feet, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh, and gently pulling your legs into your chest as far as you feel comfortable. take 2 more breaths. On an exhale, let's lengthen your legs long or bring the soles of your feet together to rest onto the mat in a Shavasana. And just allowing yourself to relax here, finding stillness and connecting with your breath as it naturally relaxes your entire body, as it travels like a wave in the ocean throughout. When you're ready, let's lengthen your arms and your legs long and turn on to one side. Press into your hands to push your body up, coming into a seated position on your mat. Exhale to windmill your arms up overhead, clasping your palms in prayer position at the top, and then lower your hands down to heart center, closing with gratitude and taking this time to thank yourself for showing up today and doing something good for you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night's sleep. Namaste.